Well folks, it's Thursday and I'm dying for a chippy dinner. Howie, there's a way. Right. Oh yes, Mandingos, and welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show. We're going back out on another low star takeaway review. Today I'm going to a chippy which is called The Chippy, and it's in the town of Ferryhill in County Durham. I've been to Ferryhill once before and I've done a Chinese takeaway review. It's one of them places where people will say, "Oh, Ferryhill, it's a bit rough there," but at the same time it's one of them places where the people are the salt of the earth. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. So this place has been given a very miserable 1 star with the local council for the food hygiene rating, but that's not going to stop this Mandingo. You better believe it's not. Well, with it being a fish and chip shop, guys, I'm going to get fish and chips. Well, I'm going to get fish bites and chips. So I'll get a couple of things to go with it. Maybe it's like a corned beef patty and a jumbo sausage. Mrs. Blotter's here with me today. She's just doing the camera work, so she'll share the sausage with me. She does like a bit of sausage. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Oh, matron. Yes, guys. Okay then, I need to keep my eyes on the road here because I'm on the busy A1 motorway, and I will bring you legends back when we get to Ferryhill. You better believe it. Oh.
Right.
So here we are, my fansexuals. I've just parked up along from the Chippy fish and chip shop. As you can see, guys, it's just there. I'm going to make my way along in a few seconds. Yes, and like I said, hopefully they've got some fish bites on. Fish bites and chips, loads of salt and vinegar on. And I'm going to get something like a corned beef patty, jumbo sausage, and maybe some mushy peas. Yes. I might even get a buttered bun, make myself a nice chip butty. You better believe it, Mandingos. Okay then, guys, it'll be the same as usual. As I'm walking along, I'll point the camera down because I haven't got permission to record and they've only got a 1 star. And they're not going to want some dickhead like me pointing a camera in the face. You better believe it, Mandingos. I'll bring you back in a Winnie Mandela. Lice. So here we go, folks. make my way to the chippy, put the camera down right now. Aye mate. Can I have regular cod and chips, or have you got any fish bites?
Yeah.
Can I have fish bites and chips, please?
Yeah.
And can I have a corned beef patty and a battered sausage and some mushy peas.
A jumbo sausage.
Aye.
That's right. Large or small peas?
Large. And a bread bun as well. Hungry the day, mate.
Yeah.
Start my diet next week. Don't know how much it is yet. We will find out in a seconda.
Was it the day, the last day of the transfer window, or was it yesterday?
I'm not sure, mate.
I'm not either, I think. I tend to think it's the day, but I don't know why.
Sometimes it's the last day of the month, isn't it? And then sometimes it goes into the first day of the next month.
Right, well,
So, I'm not sure.
I think someone tells us it's the day.
I've kind of switched off with this being a Sunderland fan because it's
I am as well.
Warney signing a load of shite, haven't we? Or bargain bucket signings.
Yeah.
How much is that, mate?
We haven't got no striker in, that's for sure.
No, that's what we desperately needed, wasn't it?
No.
I'd still rather be a Sunderland fan than a Newcastle fan, mate.
13 for you.
Cheers, Mara.
Aye.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, Mandingos. I've got the food. Let's go and park up somewhere and do some serious Borussia Mönchengladbach. Right. So I've just parked up, guys, along this new road near the Amazon building. If you remember, I camped on the other side of that a few weeks ago in the trees. Okay then, my fan sexualities. Let's get this food on my tray and get stuck in. Bicycles. Oh yes, here we go, guys. Time to get stuck into this lovely fish and chip shop meal. I've got regular cod and chips. I did ask for fish bites. When I first went in, I said regular fish and chips, and then I said, do you do fish bites? And he said yes, but I'm not going to complain about that. It's still fish and chips. Jumbo battered sausage, corned beef platty, chips, and them are nice proper chips from a proper from a proper fish and chip shop. I've got a buttered bun to make a chip butty. He hasn't given me mushy peas. I thought they were all in the bag. I've drove like 5 minutes away to park up here. No mushy peas, so the food's going to be a bit dry. However, let's get stuck in. Straight into the chips, guys. And them are proper fish and chip shop chips. Still nice and hot. Let's make a chip butty. I would have liked to have poured some mushy peas on the chip butty and dip me sausage and patty in the peas, but it's not to be. Stuck to the paper there. Plenty salt and vinegar on. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it, when you get fish and chips and you can smell that salt and vinegar. Here we go. Nice chip butty. Bit dry, but very nice. Just having some nice chips makes all the difference. Them type of fish and chip shops, them are what I love. The proper old-fashioned, traditional chippy, where they don't do pizzas and kebabs and burgers and wraps. They just do fish and chips with sausages, patties, spam fritters, peas. I haven't getting any peas. Gravy, curry. But that's a very good start, guys. Yes. No complaints so far.
You eat too quick. Slow down.
Yes, I do. Mrs. Blott's right. I do eat too quick. I don't normally eat this fast if I'm enjoying something in the house. But when you're doing a food review, I can't have the food review like this part going on for 20 and 30 minutes. You've got to get stuck in. Anyway, time for the old sausage, battered sausage. Spot on, absolutely spot on. It's not greasy. Normally, you know, you pick the sausage up and there's grease all over your hands. Mrs. Blott's getting jealous because I've got sausage in my mouth. Here, Mrs. Blott, try that. Have a bite. Tell me what you think about it. Go on, get it all out in your mouth.
All right, then. Nice bit of sausage, that.
It is? Very nice.
Nice bit of pork sword.
Very tasty, yes, and Mrs. Blott, she does love a little bit of pork sword every now and again.
Cheeky.
So there we go, so far. Chips. Tremendous. The perfect chips from a traditional chippy.
Nice sausage.
Lovely battered sausage. I think they are pretty much the same every chippy you go to, the battered sausages. Just sometimes they can be a little bit greasy, and that wasn't. You're going to get a tiny bit grease, obviously it's been deep fried, but it wasn't greasy. Anyway, time for the corned beef patty. Let's rip that in half and give you a look. Corned beef and potato, guys. Oh yes. Red hot too. And once again, not greasy at all. Very tasty. Not the biggest patty I've had, but there's a lot of corned beef in there. Sometimes you get patties, Mrs. Blott, and you can get these big chunky ones and you bite into them And there's hardly any corned beef in.
No, it's more potato.
They've just filled it up with potato. But that, there's not much potato in. There's little chunks, but it's nearly all corned beef. Get about that, Mr. Block. You tell me what you think with a bit of meat in your mouth.
Oh, that is full of corned beef, that one.
It is. Nice and tasty.
No.
No complaints at all. Okay. Time to tie.
Tie?
Got a mouthful of food. Wait, that's one of this.
Time to tie the fish.
Yes. Time to try the main shit stain, the old flisheroonie. I did ask for fish bites, but I was asking for that many different things. He must have got confused.com and he gave us flish.
That looks like a nice bit of fish.
It does.
Look at that.
You know when you get some nice fish, guys,
Nice and white.
and as soon as you pull it apart, you know it's quality. How is it?
It's nice and thick,
Oh,
that.
yes.
Down the hatch.
I'll tell you what, where I'm from, in Seaham, on the northeast coast, down on the seafront, there's 3 fish and chip shops. Downing's, Gill's, and there's a Bell's just opened up, which is they spent about £1 million doing the building out. It was the old Barclays Bank building. And none of them are that special, and they're charging an absolute fortune. And I'll honestly say that this fish from there is better than these so-called fancy ones down on the seafront in my hometown of Seaham. No bones, no skin. There's nothing wrong with the batter, guys. I'm just not eating all of the batter because I've had sausage, I've had patty, and I've had a chip butty. But yeah.
Oh, you're on a diet, aren't you?
I'm on a diet.
Seafood, new food.
Seafood diet. Seafood and eat it. But yeah. You can't get a bigger fish. That was just a regular fish and chips. But the batter's a little bit soggy on the inside. That's all I'll say. But I don't mind that. Crispy on the outside. As you can hear.
That's the way I like it.
I don't like it too soggy. Where it's just all soggy on the inside and out.
It's got to be crispy on
But
the
then I
out.
don't like it too crispy either sometimes, because when it's too crispy, the batter's just falling off. And then the fish looks like it's got the mange, if you know what I mean. But,
Oh, right then.
so for me, that batter is spot on. Crispy on the outside, soggy on the inside, perfect chips. Spot on corned beef patty and jumbo sausage. Not very greasy. There's a little bit grease in my hands off the fish, but that's to be expected. So, time for the old score dingos, mandingos. Now I can't give it a 10 out of 10, and I'm not marking it down because I got fish instead of fish bites. That doesn't bother us. But I can't give it a 10 out of 10 because I've paid for a large tub of mushy peas and I didn't get them. Easy done. But I'm not going to drive back just to get peas and, you know, driving here, driving back here again. So I am going to give them a score of, pardonsky, 8.5. Yes, a big fat juicy 8.5 out of 10 dingo mandingos. It would have been a solid 9 if I'd get me peas. But that's just the way it goes, guys, as they say in the southeastern region of Mongolia. You better believe they do. Okay then, folks, I've now got to go home. I've got to get a quick shower and I'm off to work. When I get home tonight, guys, you know what's coming. We will jump in the back of the old rusty Jean-Claude Van Sexual for a world famous Wasky review and some more shite talking. I'm like a lobster there.
Quack, quack.
See you later on, guys, after work. You better believe I will. Right.
Right.
Oh, matron. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Mandingos. Thank you so much for joining me in the back of the old rusty Denise van Outen. I've just finished work. I popped in the house. I've had a coffee with Mrs. Blot with the sexy bot. And it's nearly time for the world famous Wasky review. But before that, you guys know what the Blot Outdoor Show is all about. We're going to talk some shite. You know it makes sense. Right, so what we're going to talk about regarding the food reviews. You know, when I'm out and about, I'm in these different towns and villages, go to these different takeaways, like what I've done today. Rather than just being sat in the back of the car or in the back of the van, doing it outside. You know, the channel is called Blot Outdoor Show, so I can get the food, I can set my little seat up somewhere, or just find a park bench or a seat in the middle of the town centre, or a dirty stinking old bus stop, or take shelter behind a building. You know what I'm talking about, Mandingos, just somewhere in the outdoors, with the channel being called Blot Outdoor Show. I'm not looking at copying, for example, one of my favourite channels on YouTube, Rate My Takeaway. That guy's an absolute legend. I think my channel's doing well because it's got 55,000 subscribers. He's got like 600 and something thousand. He doesn't do what I do with the stealth camping and the wild camping and the talking shite. But his channel, it's just all about takeaways. And he gets hundreds of thousands of views. So I'm just tiny compared to him in the world of YouTube. If you haven't seen him, guys, he's an absolute legend. He'll have his little table and his little chair. He'll go in the takeaway, get his food, and then he just sets it up outside. And he gets stuck into his food. You know, he's not bothered who's walking past. I'm not looking to do that. Obviously, guys, I'm doing stealth camping, and you've got the king of stealth camping, Steve Wallace. So I'm always going to get people saying, oh, you're copying Steve Wallace. But apart from that, my style is totally different, totally original compared to all the other stealth campers. You know, all the shit that I talk and the Wasky review. So I'm not looking to copy anyone. What I'm thinking about is, like I've said, my channel's called The Blot Outdoor Show. So I'll eat the food in just some random places outside, you know, just wherever I see. I might see a little spot. I think, right, I'm going to take my food, I'm going to sit down there, and I'm going to do the old Scran Daniels on my food down there, the Scran Daniels on my food down there. Rather than just being sat in the back of the car or the back of the van. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Let me know what you think in the old comment section. And while I'm talking about the back of the car and the back of the van, the old Vandingo, it's a recurring question I get all the time. When's the van getting sorted, Mandingo? Are you going to get the van back on the road? I'm going to bore you now with a story, so get yourself a drink, because it's a boring story, but I've got to tell you because there's that many people asking. I am having an absolute nightmare trying to get the old Vandingo fixed. When it broke down a few weeks before Christmas in Aldi car park, it was like a Friday night when the AA man came out and he couldn't get the van started. So if you've got breakdown cover, guys, you know the score, don't you? They'll say, right, well, we can tow you to a garage of your choice, or we can tow your van home. Well, it was a Friday night. There was no garages open. And the AA man said it was an immobiliser problem. The light was flashing on the dashboard. He says, maybe it's a key problem, but he was more certain it was an immobiliser problem. And he said there's only certain garages. I mean, I knew this myself. Only certain garages can fix like an immobiliser problem, because it's like you need like an electrical expert to sort that out. I think I'm saying that right. So I just said, I tell you what, tow the van home. At least it'll be outside me house, and then I'll have a thing from there, and we'll see how we go. So yeah, like I say, that was a few weeks before Christmas. Money's tight, you know. We've got a big family, stepdaughters, grandkids, loads of family members who we like to spoil at Christmas and you know, buy lots of presents and have a nice Christmas. So I thought, well, I've got the e-bike. I'm very fortunate. I've got 2 e-bikes. I thought, I'll just use the e-bike for work. We'll keep the money that we've got so we can have a good Christmas. And then after Christmas, I'll look at getting the old Vandingo back on the road. Anyway, now it's after Christmas. It's after New Year, into January. I've been looking around at trying to get somewhere to fix the van. And I can't find any garages anywhere. I did have someone, I'm not going to name any names, who was going to come out of the house. Oh, I'll come and fix your van, Mandingo. I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert. But you know, when you get people that just talk a crock of shit and then they let you down. But I'm not going to dwell on that too much. That was my fault for being foolish and trusting someone who said they'd come and fix it. But so that set us back 2 or 3 weeks. Someone saying, oh, I'm going to come out this weekend. And then, oh, I couldn't make it. I'll come out next weekend. In the end, I thought, right, I need to go and get it sorted in the garage, you know. I can't find anywhere that'll fix an immobiliser problem. Anyway, I clicked on that with me AA cover. I pay like extra money on the cover, like £50 a month, I think it is. So certain things, when the Vandingo breaks down, the first £500 of the job will get fixed. I just have to pay £35 or £40 excess. So I phoned the AA up and they went, oh yeah, Mr. Young, we think you're covered. You are covered, sorry, for an immobiliser problem. But we still need to get into a garage and do the check on it to see where it is. And then we'll take it from there. So I said, magic, that'll ding-dang do for this Mandingo. Anyway, because the van had been standing here that long, I had to pay the AA to get a tow truck to come out. And they also give us 2 numbers. I said to them, well, I can't find anywhere. They give me 2 numbers to phone. So I phoned one, Prestige. Them said, oh no, we've got no garages that can fix like electrical problems. They give us another number. I told you it was a boring story. They give us another number for Halfords Fleet. So I phones them up. Yes, Mr. Young, we'll get you booked into Halfords at Washington. I told them it was an immobiliser problem. You're booked in Halfords at Washington for next Wednesday morning. Sound as a pound. I was over the moon. So then I had to phone the AA back up. I booked a recovery truck to tow the van to the garage. Because I'd left it so long, I couldn't get towed there for free. I said, okay, that's fair enough. They calculated the distance. £144 I had to pay. So that was booked. They told us they were coming between a certain time. So then I had to ring Halfords back up. When I've rang them back up, they've then said, oh, sorry, Mr. Young, we've just realised we don't fix immobiliser problems. So I was like, wait, I don't believe this. I've literally just 5-10 minutes ago booked a recovery truck with Halfords. They said, I'm sorry, Mr. Young, if you bring the van here, we won't be able to fix it. It's going to be stuck outside. So I had to phone the AA back up. I said, can you cancel that recovery truck? I don't need it. The garage can't fix the problem. Yes, Mr. Young, they said, we can cancel it, but you lose the first £60. I was like, what? I've literally just booked it with you 15 minutes ago, and I'm going to lose £60 dinkies. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's absolutely ridiculous, and they wouldn't back down. I spoke to a manager. No, all they did was give us an email address to put a complaint in. It's been an absolute nightmare. I'm getting dry mouth off talking too much. I'm looking forward to this Wasky. So there you go, guys. There's my very boring story of where I'm up to with getting the old Vandingo repaired. I'm having no luck at all. It's stuck outside the house. I can't find a garage. I phoned a couple of mobile guys up that come out the house. Them are letting us down. They're not getting back to us. I'm ringing them up. They're not answering. I don't know where it is. There you go. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try a little bit more and see if I can get the problem sorted. There you go. That's where we're up to with the Vandingo. It's a very boring story, but there's been that many people asking. I've got to explain to my loyal fan sexuals. World famous Wasky review time now, guys. And this week, this is what we've got. The Hive, which is made at the King's Barnes Distillery. And this is kindly given to me from Danny, Scott and Archie the cat. Good memory, I've remembered that. So the Hive, blended Scotch Wasky. It's just a miniature. A full-size bottle of this will set you around about the £40 skid mark. Mark, sorry guys. Yes, so let's get this popped in. The old famous Cub Dingo Mandingos. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can smell that straight away without even getting the old schneckeroni in. Here we go, guys. Let's give it a geggeroni. Oh. Lots of honey. Like, you know, when you smell like a bouquet of flowers. And there's loads of flowers in the bouquet, and you get, oh, I tell you what, it's a smell I haven't had before on a whisky. That overpowering, you know, I say sometimes like a floral smell, but that was like a bouquet of flowers. Let's get another snifferoni. Oh, like a rich sultanas kind of smell dingo mandingos. Oh yes, that's a good start. Anyway, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Rights. Quite creamy. And a ginger tingle on the old tongue dingo mandingos. Wow, that is really, really nice. And a one I've never heard of before, guys. I don't know if you have. I don't think it's a whisky that's been around for a long time. Let's go to the taste. It's lovely and warm, giving us like a nice warm sensation. You know, makes sense, mandingos. Got a bit of fruitiness to it. Little bit orange and grapefruit as well. I would say the grapefruit for me, grapefruit more than orange, but there's definitely a little bit orange in there as well, mandingos. Like I said, lots of honey in the smell. There's a definite bit of honey there now in the taste, and a lot of ginger. That ginger kick, it was on the old tongaroni, and now it's down the old throat dingo. Very nice. Down the hatch, guys. When I went back in for the taste, I could still smell that strong floral bouquet of flowers thing going on, guys. That is absolutely lovely jubbly, as they say in the Doing. The Hive blended Scotch whisky made at the King's Barnes Distillery. Absolutely tremendous. Oh, there's a little Dregaroni in there. Oh, very nice indeed. Yes, lots of honey in the smell. Like a flowery thing. Maybe some sultanas. Orange and grapefruit, and the taste like a nice ginger kick. A lovely warm feeling. And goes down quite smooth, although it's got a bit of a spicy kick to it. Went down smooth. No burneroni on the old chest dingo. So I'm going to give that, the Hive, pardonski, blended Scotch whisky. I'm going to give it a very, very good. I really enjoyed that. I was so impressed with the strong smells. Just hit us straight up the old Nostradamus. I'm going to give it a big fat juicy 9.2 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh, yes. You better believe I am. And you know what I'm talking about. This is serious whisky tasting. And once again, a massive thank you to Danny, Scott and Archie the cat for that. Very much appreciated. Well, guys, I've bored you for long enough with the very long and extremely boring story about how I'm getting on with the repair of the old Van Dingo. Now it's time to liven things up a bit. Put a smile on your face. I'm going to finish the video off with a few bloopers. Sorry about the bad language, guys. It's just what I'm recording at the time, and that's just the way it goes. Mandingos, as they say in the south of France. After the bloopers, stick around for some fans clips. Thank you guys for sending me the fans clips in, and carry on doing that. I really enjoy seeing them, and you guys seem to enjoy them being in the end of the video. That's it then, Mandingos. That is the end of this week's Friday night video. The old video gaga. Please join me on Sunday night for something a little bit different. I was out with two of my pal dingoes. We were out on a big hike, taking in some beautiful scenery, and then we done a bothy camp. If you don't know what a bothy camp is, it's an old stone building with a log burner in. Yes, we had a fantastic night there, guys. We cooked some lovely food, Wasky review, and we got drunk as a skunk. So make sure you tune in for that on Sunday night, Mandingos. Thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you. You better believe I do. And you know it makes absolute total sense. Oh, yes. Right.
Oh, matron.
So here we are, folks. We're back in the back of a very cold and rusty Jean-Claude Van Sexuality. I've got the world famous... Start again. So here we are, folks. We're back in the back of a very rusty and cold Jean-Claude Van Sexuality. Yes, it's nearly time for the world famous Wasky review. And I've got the famous Cub Dingo. I can't get me bastard words out. Start again. Oh, yes. Fuck off. Yes. Time. Fucking hell. Simple as that. There you go. Right. Easy as that. It's coming to me right eye. Oh. So there we are, folks. That's me all packed away. Bin Diesel. Fuck off. Well guys, that's it. That's the end of this week's stealth camping video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had a fantastic time as usual. Yes, that was an experience camping in the storm, but I got lucky. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, the Mandingos, I will see you next week. Oh, fuck off. Oh yes, Mandingos. Oh shit. So here we are, folks. We're at Wingate, and that's where we're going. The Baker's Deli. Mrs. Blott's keen. She's already out, ready to go in and get the food ordered. I'm just quickly getting a bit recording done here. I don't want the people in the cafe to know that I'm recording myself, because obviously with them having a 1-star, people's not going to want us going in case I'm giving them bad publicity. And fuck off. Here we are, folks. We're at Wingate, and that's where we're going. The Baker's Deli. Mrs. Blott's already out the car. She's ready to go and get some food ordered. I'm just quickly doing a quick bit recording done here. Oh, fuck off, man. Oh, yes. Here we go, folks. Oh, time to get some lovely food, Mrs. Blott. I've been getting some right funny looks there, setting the camera up. People driving past. I think they were setting us. I think. Oh, yes. And it's nearly time for a world famous Wasky review. But first of all, guys, as usual, we might as well talk some shite. And tonight, the shite we're going to be talking about is at work tonight. I was as sick as a dog. We all have them nights, don't they? Fuck off. Fuck off, you fucking cunt.
Oh, matron. The gloves of love. Oh.
The glove of self-love. Animation. Another glove of self-love. Animation.
Yeah.
He's the top lane, mate. Wow. Was a nice easy one, young Chris. Perfect in one goal. Right. Perfect in one goal, man. Is the same as they about. Oh, big Bobby, like, isn't it? Oh, it's very Bob, Dan.
Hey, mate. The glove of self-love. Ah.
So I just think the odds are going to go on tomorrow, Mark. No, Matt, that kid. 3 years now down. So we just matron. That's it.
Go ahead.
Makes total sense, right?
Look at me again.
I got no teeth in, G. Don't forget on that.
The glove of self-love.
Oh, matron, the glove of self-love. Oh.
Right. Lulu the sausage dog. Why you bunny? Matron. The glove of self-love.
Rice. Uncle Bensky beats international playboy Bunnyballer Insurance with British gas prices are far too high. A lifetime achievement awards for the rich and famous after party people in the house of Love Shack. Baby Shack attack on Bondi Beach in Australia rules. Football club biscuits are really nice to your face from the 8am game changing rooms and Sports Direct Mandingos. Oh yes.
Rice.
Oh, matron.
Yeah, mate. Well, you're some good looking.
Why, you're some flying squirrel, Mandingos. Right. Why, you some head stuffers. For a slash going in Mandingos. Right.
Oh, yeah, oh!
The glove of self-love.
You know, it's my turtle sense might very nice.